What's up, everybody, and welcome to another video. My name is Nathanael Morton, and I am a vertical jump coach. I have helped thousands and thousands of athletes increase the vertical jump higher and dunk a basketball. And in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the jump program of none other than professional dunker and professional mohawker, Isaiah Rivera with THP Strength. And let's not sleep on his two partners in crime, Barth, who also has an insanely high vertical jump, and John Evans, who also has a vertical jump, not as high as Isaiah and Barth, but if anybody gets in between and does a dunk session with Barth and Isaiah, they're gonna look like they got a 20-inch vertical. I am subscribed to Isaiah Rivera's YouTube channel. Can't say that I watch many of his videos. I don't really watch that many videos at all. I focus on creating my own videos, but I do know who he is, opposed to, like, I knew who Overtime Athletes was, but Vert Shock, all that I knew was they have cameras in my house and they watch me and they know what I think about. So anytime I type anything in vertical, or if I type VER, even if I'm looking up Verizon Wireless, Vert Shock is the first thing that pops up with 36 advertisements. I didn't know who PJF Performance was. Guys, how did I not know PJF Performance? I could tell going through his program, this dude was just on a different planet and a different level than anybody else. Then I come to find out he's training James Harden. Anyways, let's get to the point. I know Isaiah Rivera, but just because I like him doesn't mean that I won't trash his vertical jump program if it sucks. But let's be honest. Isaiah Rivera, Barth, John Evans, their program isn't gonna suck. So let's get it, let's jump into it, and let's see what they have. Isaiah Rivera, THP Strength Jump Program. We got Isaiah Rivera with a 96-inch vertical jump. We got John Evans, and we got Barth with also a 96-inch vertical jump. Okay, I'm gonna skip all this and just try to find their program or their coaches. The most effective jump training on the planet. Well, it very well could be, but you're gonna have to beat out PJF Performance, you're gonna have to beat out Knees Over Toes guy, you're gonna have to beat out Overtime Athletes. There's a lot of people with some pretty effective training, but they got the most effective training on the planet. So that's probably because PJF Performance is from a different planet. Over 350 athletes, over 1,000 inches of vertical gained. 98% jumper's knee success rate, okay? The other 2% don't have knees. Easy to use app. Listen, mobile apps are clutch. That's why I have an app. Nobody wants to log into the website every single time. We want to open the app and just have our workout for the day right there. Get a coach, $79 per month, specialized just for you. We got an $89 a month if you want to upgrade. That's your upsell right there in front of you. And $139 a month. You think I am Donald Trump, a billionaire? $139 a month, that's like 1,300, 1,400, 1,596. But what's the difference? What do I get if I do jump tier 3? Okay, so if you do jump tier 3, you get video analysis with 24-hour response time. So these are busy guys. That's a pro dunker. Within 24 hours, he will analyze your videos of, I'm guessing, your jump form and probably your lifts, and tell you if you're doing it wrong or if you're doing it right. If you pay $139, that means you are the highest priority athlete, which means, like I just said, they're busy, but they will respond to you first. And you get calls once per month. So maybe that's a phone call, maybe that's a video call, but either way, you can hop on a call with Isaiah or Barth or John Evans, and you can say, this is where I am, this is my progress, this is how my body feels, this is how the program is going. I wanna be like you, Isaiah. So which one of these should I choose? Because I'm honestly not going to do the video calls. I'm going to choose Jump Tier 2. It tells me in orange that this is the best value. So I'm gonna go with the $89 every month. That's like 890, 900. Sign up with email. Thank you. We received your payment of $89 for the Jump Tier 2 coaching. I wonder how long it is going to take, because this isn't a program, this is coaching. So actually, I just got an email. Your coach is ready. Are you? Hey, you're in jump tier 2. You've joined 3,000 plus athletes on a dunk journey, blah, blah, blah. Now it's time for you to start yours. You'll get the following: a program that can be adjusted based on your needs. So this is a jump program, but you do get coaching along with it. And I didn't pay for the calls, dang it. You can get coaching along with this, and if you need to tweak your program, I'm sure they will change your program for you based on your needs. If you're a 1-foot jumper, if you're a 2-foot jumper, if you don't like the program, if you have a little bit of knee pain, etc., etc. Today is 9/28. This is day 1. Are you ready to start? I was born ready. Fill out this form for us to properly train you and customize your program to the best of our ability. Please give us 24 to 48 hours. Okay, so you don't get the program right away. It takes 1 to 2 days for them to look at what your vertical is right now, what kind of jumper you are, etc., etc. And then they will say, this is the best program, this is the road that you should take. So I guess I'll come back to this video whenever they send me my email. All right, guys, we got a new shirt. That is because today is a new day. Yesterday, I bought the THP Strength vertical jump coaching for $89 a month. They said it would take 24 to 48 hours to get back to me. They actually got back to me relatively quickly, within 12 hours. Today at about noon, they messaged me and they said, "Hi, man, welcome to the group chat. This is where you'll be asking questions. Before we write your programming, we want to know some things about you, your previous training. What have you been doing up to this point? What is your background, etc., etc., so that we can set you up with the right program." So that's one thing that I do want you to know. With their program, with their coaching, you don't just get access to one program. If you have knee pain, they can set you up with a knee pain program. If your goal is to increase your vertical, they can set you up with a vertical jump training program. So that is why coaching is more expensive than just a program. A program is a one-time purchase and you just have the program and you go off on your merry way. This coaching is $89 a month because it's not just one program. It's multiple programs specifically based on your needs, and you have access to a pro dunker, a mad scientist, and another pro dunker. What is Connor Barth? He might as well be a pro dunker. And then he told me, go ahead, check out the mobile app. I've set you up with a week full of workouts. So it is a week of workouts at a time. That's probably number 1, so nobody can steal their stuff. And number 2, because they can change your programming based on your needs. So if you say to them, hey, I'm having a little bit of knee pain, they can change that for you and scale back your training a little bit, or add in some tendon rehab a little bit. So I like it. But what does the training actually look like? Let's get into it and I will break down the week of programming step by step. The very first thing that they have you do every single day is track your joint health. So as soon as you wake up, you can click the first thing which says joint health, and it pulls up a page that says, please choose an exercise that would normally cause people knee pain, such as a single leg squat, and choose an exercise that would normally cause people Achilles pain, such as a calf raise. The patellar tendon and the Achilles tendon are the 2 tendons used the most when jumping, and the 2 tendons that get injured the most. So they want to know, when you do these exercises, do you have pain? What is your pain on a scale of 1 to 10? So they are tracking you to make sure that your vertical jump is going up while your tendon pain is staying down. We don't want to increase our tendon pain and hurt our knees while we are jumping, because jumper's knee is a very common thing. So I love this because, and I have never seen this before. I don't have this in mind. PJF Performance. A lot of people don't have this in there. So this is something that is 100% huge and 100% a positive. Another good thing is that they don't just have a dynamic warm-up. They have dynamic warm-ups on dynamic warm-ups on dynamic warm-ups. They have a 200-meter skip, and then you do a backward skip, and then you do jogging, and then you do cutting. So you're really getting your body warm, and then you get into your dynamic flexibility. And then you have sprint development, which is essentially more dynamics in its sprint mechanics. They have some heavy sled sprints, which is 100% a killer exercise for vertical jump. Now you might be saying, I don't have a sled at my gym. Keep in mind that I messaged him and told him I have all of the equipment in the world. So I'm sure that if you tell them you don't have the equipment, they can adjust it accordingly. Then we get into our strength training. We got some deadlifts, some squats, some Nordic curls, some other stuff. So they do have strength training. They have plyometrics, which is all your sprinting, your sled pushes. Remember, sprints and jumps, like when you're playing basketball, you're actually doing an unorganized plyometric session. because all your random rebounds and all your sprints up and down the court on your fast breaks, those are plyometrics. So they have their strength training, they have their plyos, and these are all exercises and sets and reps that are going to help you maximize your vertical jump. Moving on to day 2, which is a core day and an upper body day. So you also get upper body with their plan, just like Overtime athletes. I did think that Overtime athletes' upper body programming was a little bit better. They do a lot of circuit stuff, but theirs is still really, really good and going to help you with that basketball strength. So their plan is Monday, Wednesday, Friday is legs and jump training, and Tuesday and Thursday is upper body, and then actually Saturday is a full jump session. But the one thing that I did notice about their core and upper body days is that they have the best core exercises of all of the programs that I've reviewed, including mine. They have better core exercises than Overtime athletes, than PJF Performance, than Vert Shock, and better than mine. So it's just more core functional strength that is just going to transfer to your sport better than every other core exercises that I've seen so far. Wednesday, we have another leg session. We got some joint health. We got tons of dynamic warm-ups to get you warm forever. We got some acceleration development, some sprint development, and then we get into their strength training. So one question that I get all the time is, which should I do first? Plyos or strength training? And I've researched over the years, and the conclusion that I've come to and what you should do is put them at the beginning of your sessions. You should do plyos first so that you can give max output, and then it will warm up your body and get your central nervous system firing for the rest of your workout, which is what they have it set up like in their program. So plyos first, and then we have strength training at the end. So we have some hex bar jumps, we have some heavy barbell hip thrusts, we have some calves, which all of you know I love calves, and more importantly, tibialis anterior work included in these programs, because far too many vertical jump training programs jack up the power of your hip extension and your posterior chain, so you are jumping out of the gym, but they never work on the ankle joint and the knee joint and the surrounding muscles, so that when you land, you know how to properly absorb that force and decelerate. So it's good that they have these calves in there. I would like to see some tibialis anterior work in there so that we know how to land from our jumps, and some force absorption, because I don't see much of that either. Day 4 is similar to day 2. You have some core and some upper body in there. And day 5 is a lower body explosiveness day, which they have some clean pulls, they have some squats, they have some calf raises again. And before all this, you're doing your dynamic warm up, and you are doing either sprints or sled pushes for your plyometrics. So they're really, really, really big on sprints, which is good. On Saturday, all that it had was a note, and it said jump contingent upon how your knee feels. And when I click it, it says 10 to 20 reps. So 10 to 20 reps of jumps. I messaged him and I said, I don't really know what that means. Do you mean a jump session? Do you mean a dunk session? Like, what do you exactly mean? And he said, those are max jump sessions. You can have a dunk session on any rim height you want, or try to go for max touches. So Saturday is a jump day, which is everybody's favorite. So all in all, I really do like this programming, but remember, it is just a week. They could be waiting until this week is over to see how I feel after this week so that they can change my programming. That is the power of having Isaiah Rivera and John Evans and Connor Barth as your coaches. You can tell them how you feel, and they can change your program accordingly. You can't do that with a normal jump program. And this is also not a one-time fee. This is monthly, and it's $90, which, if you're gonna ask me, that's a little bit pricey. I would like to see a little bit more plyos in there. No, actually, they got a lot of sprints. They got a lot of sled pushes, and you have a max jump session. So to be honest, you don't need many more plyos than that, especially if you already play basketball. Like I said, it is unorganized plyometrics. So the plyos are actually good. It's not a variety of exercises, but it's sprints and it is jumping. Probably the two most important plyometrics that you can have to increase your vertical jump. So I really like that. The one thing that I think they really need to improve on is the exercise demonstrations. For $89 a month, I don't want to see a random girl performing the exercises or a random guy, and some of the exercises actually don't even have exercise demonstration videos, like the hex bar jump. I click on hex bar jump and there is no exercise video. Now, obviously, I can put 2 and 2 together. But at the end of the day, I think I can speak for everyone who likes Isaiah Rivera and Connor Barth and John Evans that we don't want to see a random girl in the exercise demonstrations. We want to see Isaiah Rivera or Connor Barth with their 46-inch verticals. We want to see you doing the exercise demonstrations, or even John Evans, but we want to see one of the 3 of you showing us how to do these exercises. We don't want to see a random dude on YouTube or some random video from YouTube or some random girl showing us how to do these exercises. We want you, the pro dunker. But all right, guys, let's finish off this video. What are my conclusions? And do I think the vertical jump coaching from THP Strength, from Isaiah Rivera, John Evans, and Connor Barth will in fact increase your vertical jump and help you jump higher? And where does it stack up against Vert Shock, Vert Code, and Overtime Athletes, the flight school? To answer the first question, yes, of course, the program is going to help you increase your vertical and jump higher. We all could have guessed that, okay? Their program has all of the exercises necessary to maximize your vertical jump, and this is only a week of programming. To answer the second question, coming in last place at the bottom of the list, can you guess it, is the #1 vertical scan program of all time, Vert Shock, that will gain 9 to 15 inches before the next time that you scratch your head. Vert Shock is going to be at the bottom. I think that Vert Shock actually will help you get results. If you've never trained before, and if you are a beginner with a low vertical jump, Vert Shock is perfect for you, okay? It'll get you more athletic, it will increase your vertical, but it has no strengthening, and if I were to do Vert Shock, I would see no inches gained, okay? Next in line is going to be Vert Code by PJF Performance, simply for the fact that it is body weight. I do think that THP Strength, the program that they gave me, the week plan, and Overtime Athletes will get you more inches simply because they can use weights. And if you have to get stronger and you have to get more explosive to increase your vertical jump, it is so much easier when you can use more resistance by using weights, okay? So that is why I'm putting Vert Code. Then, who is best out of Overtime Athletes and Isaiah Rivera with THP Strength? Who has the best program and who's coming in second place? In second place, I would put Isaiah Rivera's program. I think that the week plan that he gave me is very good, but I'm just going to take that week of training that they gave me and duplicate it over the period of 12 or 16 weeks so that I can compare it to the flight system by Overtime Athletes. And that is why I think Overtime Athletes is better. Theirs is a program, but this is only a week of Isaiah Rivera's training. So it's not really fair to compare them because this could be the beginning week, okay? It could be getting more intense. It could be getting better from here. So it's not really fair to compare the THP Strength week plan to Overtime Athletes 12 or 16 week program. I can't remember how long it was, but that's why Overtime Athletes flight system is still going to take the top spot. But listen, Isaiah Rivera's, I don't know what comes in the next weeks. So this is still really good programming, but I'm gonna put them in second place. And that's all for this video, guys. Make sure that you like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment, jump down below if you want a free bodyweight vertical jump training program, and tell me in the comment section who you want me to review next. Peace.
Young visionary, and I don't know where I am. I'm running blindfolded like I ain't got a plan. You either steady living